What's going on, guys? Today I have something that I'm pretty excited to get on for the S650 Mustang. And what I got is the Sportline kit Eibach Lowering springs. And for most of you, if not all of you guys that don't know, I run these exact springs on my 2015 Ecoboost Mustang. I've went as far as going from Delaware all the way to California, coast to coast. And after 3 years of riding on these springs, I just enjoyed it so much that I want to get it on my S650 Mustang. So hopefully this doesn't become like a 2-day job. I want to try and get it done in 1 day. It is 9:21 a.m. right now. I do gotta go to AutoZone so I can pick up some spring compressors. So I'll pick it back up when I get back. Alright, so I just got back home. I picked up the tool that I needed. This video isn't really going to be much of a how-to, but more or less like a walkthrough. To be honest, I don't really want to spend like an extra hour explaining every detail that I do. I kind of just want to get it done. So you can kind of see the wheel gap right here. It's very open all around. When I installed the springs on this car 3 years ago, I installed the rears by myself, and one of my neighbors helped me with the front ones. But it's essentially going to be the same exact thing. Alright, so I got the car jacked up and I loosened the nuts before I lifted it up. I do have power tools, but it's still kind of early. I don't want to make too much noise. But up next is to remove the brakes and also the clips holding in the brake lines. Alright, so I removed the rotor and the brake caliper. And this thing is ginormous. Like, I don't even have the performance pack and this thing is huge. But the next thing I gotta do is I gotta remove this from the sway bar link. And then these two nuts right here, which are spline, so it might be a little tough. And then remove these 3 bolts. And then I'll be able to get the strut out. Alright, so as you can see, I got the strut out. These were a pain, but someone told me to spray them with WD-40. Then after that, I just whacked them with a mallet, but I got these out. Which means that I got the strut out. So now to grab these bad boys. Now just time to compress the spring and hopefully I don't get hurt. Alright, so I got the spring compressed and out. Now it's time to put in the front ones to the strut. So I just got the spring installed to the strut. Now I just got to reverse everything that I did and then do it to the other side. Alright, so it might not look like it, but I have both of the springs for the fronts installed. Took me way longer than it had to be, but they're on. Now it's time to see how low it gets. You probably can't tell through camera, but it got so much lower. The gap is almost gone. I still gotta do the rears too, so maybe that'll make it a little lower. And plus I gotta drive around for a few days to let the spring settle in. But just this alone, it looks so much better. Alright, now I'm gonna get the rears done, which when I did it on this car, it was pretty simple. Alright, so I finally finished the car. I didn't really record doing the rears because I just wanted to get the job done with. I was getting tired and I gotta work soon. It's now 4:29 p.m. But the car is basically done. The springs do have to settle in a little bit. So I'm gonna pick the camera up in about like a week or 2 because it will get a tad lower than this. Alright guys, so it's been a few months since I got the job done. I put the springs on February 6th and it is now May 10th. So just about 3 months to be exact. And the camera's probably not doing it justice, but it looks so much lower. I don't know if you can tell, but the wheels look more flush with the fender as well. Mishimoto hit me up for some prototype parts for the S650, and they hooked me up with these 25mm spacers, which makes the wheel look more flush with the body. But I'm telling you, this looks so much better. And what I feel like will make this car pop out even more is a new splitter. Because I didn't get the performance pack, so it's just a regular straight lip. Which is why I have this RTR splitter right here. And it like sticks out so much more. I forgot how I looked like when I did this in February, so I don't know how my hair looked back then. But hopefully you like this video and hopefully it's a little bit informative. But I'll see you guys in the next video.